Hey everybody, it's Sarah with Ampersand Unique Gifts and Home Decor. I am on my way to Clerk, an auction. It's an estate sale auction for Koch Auction Services. I have got my breakfast sandwich, so I'll have plenty of energy. I have got my clipboard, so I can take all my prices and items and do my clerking. So when I get there, I will take some pictures and show you what there is there today, and I'll check back in later. So I'm just kind of showing you some of the pictures that were on Facebook leading up to the auction. Koch Auction does both in person and online. So I'm just kind of showing you some stuff. Once we get to the auction, I'm walking around trying to look at some stuff. It was pretty busy and I didn't have much time digging through things. So I apologize that you can't see, and I didn't really go through some of the boxes. But how this works, if you've never been to an estate sale, is they pull everything out of the house or the buildings or wherever they're doing it, and they kind of create box lots. And they'll have like a flat of something, and here you had some of the Pyrex. That beautiful duck tin was full of sewing. I mean, what kind of auction would it be if there wasn't a tin full of sewing notions? But so some things will be sold individually, and then some things will end up, look at that pink Pyrex, will end up being sold individually and in box lots. Sorry, I totally derailed myself looking at that pink Pyrex again. But I'm just kind of showing you some of the items. There were so many more things than I had an opportunity. Maybe one of these times I will go to one of the auctions where I'm not working, so I have a better opportunity to share. But just enjoy looking, and we'll jump back and start seeing some of the items that I did purchase, because not only do I work at the auction, I do have an opportunity to bid on items and buy things just like anybody else there. So all of us, including even the auctioneer, can bid on items and purchase them just like any other participant that comes. You come and you sign up, you get a bidder number. I have a reoccurring bidder number that I use every time, and they take good care of me and make sure that I get my number. But here I was really excited about all of these old vintage Tonka toys, some older than others. A lot of tools. Most of these estate sales end up with a lot of tools. And again, there were so many things that I didn't get pictures of, but enjoy, and I'll be back.
We need more than hopes and wishes for us to make it through the night. Stormy weather, weary eyes.
There was a lot of Christmas, but nothing that I was really looking for. It wasn't the kind of vintage Christmas that I like to get, but there were some good deals there. I just didn't get any. I did get this cabinet. It's currently in my booth, and I got this picture. It's about 3 feet tall. It is a hand painted. I got the red Pyrex. It's currently displayed in my kitchen. That is not for sale. Got a bunch of the Tonka items for my grandson. Got the ceramic cat. Hey there. Okay, so it's actually been weeks since I did that auction, but I wanted to get a chance to show you the things that I picked up, and I hadn't showcased them in the beginning of this, and I need to either get them listed on the website or taken to the booth or upcycled if anything. I don't think I've actually got any upcycles here. But anyway, let me show you what else I picked up that day. So I grabbed these lanterns. I love these. They're glass. It's so pretty. They're very dirty, and the rusty part, and I mean, they're not that old. They've got a solar light in them. So I'm not sure if I may be able to replace these and then just clean it up, but I thought they were so pretty, and I wanted to do something with them. So one way or another, I'll find a way to make them back into lanterns. But I picked up the 2 green ones and then the 1 brown one. But I just think they are so pretty, and they are glass with metal there. I also picked up 4 of these cheese crocs. So they were, I honestly think it was like $4 for the whole set. Some of them have dates on them, like this one is stamped, I guess it expired. It doesn't say anything, it just has a date on it that says November 17th, 1984. But there's 2 of them that are like this. This one doesn't have the seal anymore. No date. Again, this one has a little bit different. I don't know if you guys remember, was it Swiss Colony? They used to have kiosks in the mall back when malls were things. And I used to love to go there when I was little with my parents and get the sharp cheddar cheese spread. And that's what this is. It doesn't have a date. And then this natural one. I thought this one was just really pretty. It is stamped with 60, let's see, it says $3.69 and then has a cent sign on the end of it. So I guess, would that have been $3.69? Seems like that would have been a pretty expensive crock of cheese, January 18th, 1978. But anyway, 4 of these little crocks. And, you know, this was one of the things I love, these Pyrex refrigerator dishes. I did get as a pair, I have the red one and the yellow and red one is up in the kitchen. I'm keeping it. The yellow one I will sell. Our water or our air purifier has kicked on, and I apologize. The sound may be really bad down here. I'm actually in the basement. 2 of these with the star pattern. This one is really heavy. I mean, it's very thick. So I don't know how old it is, but it is really heavy and thick. This one is much lighter, but still beautiful, has that star pattern. These will go on the website. I grabbed a lot of rolling pins. Again, I think it was actually, it may have been $8, and I think there's one more. There's a small one somewhere. But this one is definitely a vintage. It does have, you know, the metal bearing, but there's no plastic to be found. Has the red handles. This one, again, is all metal, but I believe this one is much newer. And then this one, this will be a great one to paint and put an IOD transfer on. It does have the plastic, what it was like the grommets or whatever in the end there. But either way, I love to pick up rolling pins. They always look really fun in wine racks. So I love to paint them or leave them as is. Like this one won't get anything other than just kind of cleaned up, and put them in a wine rack. They look perfect there. Oh, and look, I have this behind me, and I totally forgot. This was one of the items I picked up. There were actually 2 of them, and the other one was a little bit smaller, and it was blue, but I traded it for these amazing tins. She was so sweet, and so I paid, I think, $20, 18 or 20. This is the problem with when you wait so long before you do this, but I know it wasn't more than 20 for the pair, for the 2. And then, so she traded me and gave me this Cracker Jack and this premium saltines tin in exchange for the blue one. That's one of the fun things about going to the auctions, because you end up kind of working out deals with some of the folks, because maybe there's something that they wanted, but they weren't going to outbid you because they didn't want the other items. So you can kind of make a deal that, you know, stop bidding. I know that's a terrible thing to say, because of course the more the auctioneer makes, the more the auction company makes, but we do it. We make out deals because it's just the best way to do it. She also gave me this, and I am going to make a project. I like to attach these to some of the larger cutting boards, and I'll put a piece of wood in here. I think I have a YouTube video out there. If I do, I'll link it in the description. But I definitely have done it, and I'll just put, you know, screws through here to hold the wood piece in there. And then this makes a towel rack. You can put your wooden spoons in there and put it on the back of a cutting board. So I love to do that with these old rusty, crusty ones. This is one of the items, you know, this is just one of those things that's like my childhood. I'm not sure, it may have even been, it was either brown or yellow, that my mother made our sausage, and I mean even our pancakes and everything. And so this sunbeam It does have a cord, so it is usable. If I can get that on there right. And so I just thought that was really exciting. It can be used, or it can just be displayed by somebody that just likes to have that vintage kitchen look. Moving right along, I have this adorable little saucepan. I think for fall, this is perfect. I'm going to add a little bit of a fall scene in there, and then maybe just either put a piece of twine on there or hang it by this, and perfect. This little cast iron chicken. I did not get this at the auction. Full transparency. I actually bought this at the vendor mall where my booth is, but I love it. This little cast iron. I don't know what it would actually be. I don't actually even know what I'm going to do with it. I just really liked it. Next, I have this ceramic owl. It doesn't do anything, but it is a ceramic owl. It would be wonderful painted, but I'm going to leave it alone. It's going to be just like this. I'm going to put it in my booth. If it's something that you're interested in and you would rather that I have it online, then reach out, let me know, comment on here, send me a message, and I will hold on to it for a little bit if it's something that you want before I take it up to the booth. But I will be taking it pretty soon, because fall is the perfect time for our owl sculptures. But just love it. If it doesn't sell, then I might consider painting it, but right now I think it's fine the way it is. Okay, this is the 90 mile an hour thrift haul. So made in England. We have this blue and white. I think it's the same. Yeah, it's the coaching scenes. I just have the sugar bowl. Funny story, it was actually still full of sugar. Still has some of it in there. I need to clean it out. But it was still packed full of sugar, but there was no creamer to go with it, just the sugar bowl. And then I have 5 of these serving dishes, or if you're my husband, cereal bowls. But again, it is the ironstone. It is the Johnson Brothers coaching scenes. I have sold lots of these dishes before. I don't think I had any of the serving bowls, but I did have plates and dessert plates and cups. Seems like I might have had 1 serving bowl. But anyway, they're still in good shape. I'll probably put some of them on the website, take some of them to my booth. They are not old. I do want to be honest. I mean, it has dishwasher safe. So while it is ironstone and it was made in England, it also says dishwasher safe. So, you know, unless they were talking about, you know, the kids being the dishwasher, I don't know what else there was. The very last thing I have is this, and I'll be careful because it has my lanterns in it, is this adorable duck wooden tote. I don't know if it's handmade, but it sure is cute. And I am going to just clean it up and leave it as is, and that will go to my booth to sell. Thank you guys for sticking around. I'm sorry I've been missing for so long. I'm hoping to get things back in track and get a video a week out there. But if you do not already follow me, I would love if you would hit subscribe so that you can follow along. I do thrift flips. I do thrift hauls. I do upcycles, DIYs, repurposing, which is my true love. As much of an opportunity as I can, I try to do the repurposing. But anyway, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Y'all have a great day.